Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you get your ex back. You asked for them and I am bringing you more. You wanted me to do more Q&A. And if you have a question, you can send it to theartoflove.net. However, I can only respond to questions that are 150 words or less with just one simple question. Most people send in too much information, and I'm sorry, but I just do not have the time to respond to all the emails. So I'm responding to some of them here, but if you really are serious about getting your ex back, then you might want to look into doing some private coaching, and you can also find the link to that on the same website, theartoflove.net. So before I start, I want to remind you to be sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos, and while you're at it, tap the bell icon so you will be notified when a new video is up. All right, let's start with the first one. I love your videos. They help me be emotionally stronger. Great, thank you. My boyfriend of 5 years broke up with me 4 months ago. I can't move on. I didn't do anything wrong except maybe less physical touches. Okay, well, obviously you did something wrong, in his eyes at least. People don't just break up with you for no reason. I did everything good to him that you can think of, the works. He got spoiled by me. And that might be the reason. Maybe you were showing too much interest, doing too much for him, and it wasn't even. I don't know. I'd have to speak with you. Okay. He's stressed with his job and other issues too. That's not a reason for a breakup. He turned into a grumpy cat, mean, critical all the time, no patience. He was turning against me. We went to dinner 2 months after the breakup, and he told me he couldn't even talk to me. He was so upset. Well, then why did he go to dinner with you? But he was in a better place already. That's why he was able to see me. But he said we won't have our relationship back. The first year he broke up with me 3 times. Hello? Someone breaks up with you 3 times. There's a major issue there. And it sounds like maybe you didn't fix it, and then it reared its ugly head again. Why would someone break up with you 3 times unless they were all fake breakups? And even then, what's going on? He promised me we would never break up again. Well, obviously that didn't happen. And instead talk about our problems. I don't know what to do. I went on work leave. I can't function. Well, if you can't function, then I suggest you speak with a therapist. Will he come back to me? I'm not a psychic. See, this is the kind of person I would need to speak with, because I have no idea what the reason for the breakup was. She just said there was less physical touch. I mean, come on, that's not the reason. So obviously all you can do is no contact. But again, I need to speak to people to find out what is going on. A few words in an email usually does not help. Okay. The next one. My ex and I were friends with benefits for 8.5 years. Damn. Morphed into best friends of 10 years. He knows I would marry him if asked. He's still figuring out what he wants. Really? After 8.5 years, friends with benefits, he's still not sure. He had a fling with a very toxic lady this spring. She left him when he was ill. I was there for him. 6 weeks ago, he learned of 2 irrational choices I made that made me look crazy and jealous. Okay, so you did something you shouldn't have. He said I went too far past the line. He no longer trusted me and could no longer be friends. The same day I texted pleading for another chance, sent a few I miss you texts, and emailed the next day. No answer, of course, because begging and pleading doesn't work. He blocked me on Facebook. 10 days later, I sent a simple birthday text. Okay, let's analyze this. Everyone uses this word simple. Oh, I just sent a simple text. I just sent a simple birthday message. That's not the point. It doesn't matter if it's a simple message or a complicated message. The fact is you took time out to send a message. You know, it's not like you're a little bit pregnant. You're either pregnant or you're not. So you either sent a message or you didn't. It doesn't matter if it's simple, because I see so many people commenting, everyone throws the word simple in there as if to justify their actions when they know they shouldn't have sent a message. Stating that I had his present I ordered before I screwed up. No answer. I texted 10 days later. So now she's like bugging the hell out of this guy. Saying, for the record, I wasn't jealous. Nothing. I'm now trying 0 contact. Well, it's about time. It's day 16. Not sure if this qualifies. We weren't a couple, but he did play the boyfriend card well. I'm not sure what that means. Recently, I've been personal training for 7 months. I've lost 64 pounds. I can't imagine him no longer in my life. Okay, well, I'm glad you went to the gym. You're losing weight. You need to get your self-esteem up because, and look at the way you're behaving. He's not responding and you just keep texting and sending gifts and emailing and calling, and it's doing absolutely nothing. So keep on working out, work on yourself, level up, maximize your looks. If you need to, speak with a therapist and leave him alone. If he wants to contact you, he knows where to find you. The next one, I'm a 26-year-old female. My ex is a 29-year-old female. We've been together for 9 months, and 2 days ago she broke up with me. Her reasons being she's not in the same place as me with her feelings right now, and she can't give me everything I deserve. Meaning that you were showing too much attraction, and she did not have as much interest in you. So let's say your interest was 90 and hers was 60. She said I love you and that she knew I could find someone who deserved to be with me. I decided to do no contact, and after leaving her apartment, I've not spoken to her or reached out. I was the more needy one in the relationship, so it's not like me to ignore her. Good. She texted me later that night asking if I was okay, and I didn't respond. I've left her on all my social media as well. Good. She then reached out the following day by calling twice and then sending a text that said, "Answer me." I didn't respond. Good. This woman is following my advice to the letter. Today's day 2. She's called me 25 times. Damn. And this is someone who broke up with you. Nice. Tried to FaceTime me 15 times, called me on Snapchat, etc. She's messaged me on Facebook, texted me, reached out on Facebook after seeing me post on my story. Oh, she's trying everything to get a hold of you. She's been telling me she's scared. She's freaking out a bit. She told me to answer her. She said, please talk to me, and she's worried about me. I have not responded to any of her efforts. I knew I needed a good reason to respond to her. I'm currently a little confused as to if I should respond to her, as she's worried and is asking me to talk to her. Any advice would be appreciated. Well, I think after all that effort, yeah. Yes, you can definitely respond. I mean, the reason we do no contact is we want them to realize what they lost, to feel anxious, and to reach out and to put in effort. And this person is putting in a lot of effort. So you can get back with her and just be cool and just say, yes, I'm okay. What's up? Have that kind of attitude, because maybe it was a fake breakup. Who knows? Time will tell. All right. And then one last one for today. I am 33. He's 32. We just split under a month ago. We were extremely happy, but only together a few months. He professed love after a few weeks and said, you know when you know. Shut up. A few weeks. Anyone professing their love after a few weeks, head for the hills. Run. You cannot be in love after a few weeks. It could be a strong like. It could definitely be lust. But if someone were to say, I love you after a few weeks, I would be very cautious. That's a huge red flag. He also told me he gets scared and shuts people out. Made me promise I wouldn't let him shut me out, and promise I wouldn't give up on him. Don't make those promises. Don't shut me out. Well, we'll see about that. Don't give up on me. We'll see about that too. Fast forward, he got me a ring. God. And then 3 days later, out of nowhere, told me this was all a bad idea and shut me out. Gee, what a surprise. I'm shocked. I'm shocked that he backed out of it. What is going on? No explanation. Yeah, the explanation is either he was love bombing you or he's got issues. Said to leave him alone, that he was done. I panicked. I blew him up, and he kept trying to not let him shut me out. I went to his house to try and talk, and he refused. Then he said he would have gotten back together had I just left him alone like he asked. Yeah, right. Sure, it's easy to say that now. Well, if you had just done as I asked, we would have gotten back together. Well, maybe yes and maybe no. And he said I shouldn't have gone to his house. He refused to answer my long texts asking why. Don't ask why. He acted like it didn't exist. I went no contact on him. It's been 2 weeks. I'm so confused. None of it makes sense. Well, it does make sense, because someone who says I love you after 2 weeks, as I said, is a huge red flag. So that's all you need to know. He literally went from head over heels, planning forever, to the next day shutting me out. I got no closure or anything. Okay, so here's the thing about closure. Closure usually means that you gave more than you got. You were putting in more effort. Your interest level was high enough or higher than the other person. And now you want something in return. Now you feel like you're owed something. It's like, well, I want closure. Well, or I deserve closure. Well, no, you don't. No one deserves anything necessarily. No one owes you anything. If someone doesn't want to give you closure, then they're not going to give you closure. So stop with this, well, I want closure. Close the door. That's your closure. I haven't contacted him, but I found out he's done this before, and I'm wondering if it's even worth saving. I would think not. I mean, and plus he's done it before, so I don't know what's going on with him, but this is a huge red flag. Leave. Please leave. Stay in no contact forever. All right, so if you're going through a breakup and you would like my help to try to get your ex back, I would love to do that for you. So you can contact me at theartoflove.net. The direct link is below. If you're listening on YouTube, remember to like and subscribe. If you're listening on iTunes, I would appreciate if you would rate and review the podcast. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.